All right, this now is serious matters. My name now Olukunle Abraham, and coming all the way from Burkina Faso. Now there I rush go now after I finish with Kiari for Nigeria. Now I jet out to go Burkina Faso. Waiting to happen for Burkina Faso. Of course, you remember say coup take place for inside Burkina Faso about 3 weeks ago. The guy will lead that coup. They don't inaugurate him as president. Too. The guy don't become president now. Burkina Faso coup leader Damiba inaugurated as president. Swearing-in ceremony takes place some 3 weeks after military coup that overthrew Roch March Christian Cabal. Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henry Sandaogo Damiba. I hope I will not need to mention that name again. they put out for inside there. As the name said, one plug person teeth has been inaugurated as Burkina Faso's president just over 3 weeks after he led a coup that overthrew democratically elected Rochmark Christian Kabor. In a televised ceremony on Wednesday, earlier on today, Damiba took an oath before the country's top constitutional body to preserve, respect, uphold, and defend the constitution, the nation's law, and a fundamental act of key decisions approved by the military. Damiba was dressed in camouflage uniform and a red beret and wore sash in the color of Burkina Faso's national flag. The ceremony in a small room at the office of the Constitutional Council in the capital, Ouagadougou, was not attended by any foreign representatives. Kabul was elected in 2015 following a popular revolt that forced out longtime ruler Blaise Compaoré. He was re-elected in 2020, but the following year faced a wave of anger over the mountain dew from an increasing bloody conflicts that has spilled over from neighboring Mali. The fighting has killed thousands of people and forced millions from their homes across West Africa, portion of the Sahel region, in the face of attack by armed group affiliated with ISIS and Al-Qaeda. This year, nearly 15 million people in Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger will need humanitarian assistance, 4 million more than in 2021, according to the United Nations. On January 24, Damiba, 41 years old, led the disgruntled officers to force out Kabor amid public anger over his handling of the worsening security situation. Last week, the Constitutional Council formally determined that Damiba was president, head of state, and supreme commander of the armed forces. The move confirmed an announcement by the military on January 31st that Damiba would be appointed to those roles for a transitional period and be assisted by 2 vice presidents. The military suspended the constitution immediately on taking power, but later reversed this in the face of pressure from neighbors in West Africa demanding a return to civil rule. The military authorities have promised to re-establish constitutional order within a reasonable time, but the issue of dates for elections remains unsettled. Earlier this month, Damiba created a 15-person technical committee charged with proposing a timeline for transitional government that will lead the country to election. The committee is expected to announce its proposal on how the country should return to democracy in a few weeks. While the military government has so far received widespread support from people across Burkina Faso, the international community has condemned the coup. Burkina Faso has been suspended from the West Africa region body known as ECOWAS, as well as the African Union, which stopped short of imposing sanction. Both those organizations are calling for a fast transition to constitutional rule and for Kabul to be released. The former president is still under house arrest in Ouagadougou. Burkina Faso is one of the world's poorest countries and one of the most volatile in Africa. The landlocked Sahel state has experienced repeated coups since gaining independence from France in 1960 and is battling a brutal armed operation. Well, they're still looking at that. More than 2,000 people have died according to the AFP tally, while the country's emergency agency says more than 1.5 million people have fled their homes. I don't want to say much about this because I remember, when this issue of Burkina Faso came up again. There was there have been series of coup in neighboring African countries recently, and I remember the president of Nigeria mentioned that Nigeria is not in that class, and we would not be doing anything like that. We hope so, we pray so. Because that's what comes to the mind of everybody. That it's the things that they say are happening in this country are the things that we're also battling with in Nigeria. But are trusting that our leaders are doing everything necessary, everything possible, everything within the constitutional power, to put to rest and lay to rest every issue of insecurity that has ravaged our nation. Lives are being lost on a daily basis. I just saw one now, but I don't know. I don't feel like reading such news. And that 8 killed in one particular state and all of that. These are human beings. Cattle markets. People cannot go to the market again. People cannot farm again. And we're still toying with this thing. We're still toying with this thing. I feel, and I'll appeal to Mr. President to please take a decision that will decisively, just as he has always promised, to ensure that he decisively deals with everybody, whether they live in the city or they live in the forest, that are making Nigeria unpeaceful and are making Nigeria not just ungovernable. They're not making ungovernable, but then unlivable, not allowing people to go about their businesses, the way they ought to go. People are already feeling the bite. It's very hard. People, the northerners who provide food, the people who provide yam, people who plant rice, can no more go to their farms. Everywhere. God just have mercy on us. Well, that is the update. All the way from Burkina Faso. I'll be returning home now. The jet is already waiting. That's all it is. Siam Joe, my brother. Okay, thank you very much once again. Please do drop your comments. Share the video. That's how to show us love also. Share the video and also drop your comments. Thank you very much. Don't forget, our website is there and it's loaded with all news. Okay, thank you. God bless you. And do have a very wonderful night. I'm going to bed now. As soon as I get back to Nigeria, I'm going to bed. I hope you too have a very nice rest. Bye-bye.